get when you roll with the poison donuts.
Well, guys are down in that room. The three of you just killed the calcified armor creature. You got a couple of ethereal weapons. Sad looking human who looks very weak and still cannot speak. His name is Carl. He just wrote that on the wall of the room there. And Pitra is there with you. She comes over and looks at the human and kind of is examining him. Just she's like surprised to even see there's actually somebody down here. And she says, I have the ability to transport one person out of here. I can take this human out of here. Can the rest of you get out?
Not efficiently.
You don't have any magics?
If necessary, I can teleport with one other creature with me.
As can I. So I think we can get out.
Okay.
Before we leave, though, wasn't there supposed to be like a forge for these weapons down here?
She says, I believe the forge was destroyed when Bekbar came down here.
So all we have left are these weapons.
Where was the forge?
It was roughly in this area right here.
There are no remains that we could see?
After being down here a while, you can look around. You can kind of see where one could be, but a lot of the stuff has been either removed or destroyed.
So I turn to Rothgar and Sully and I say, I can't exactly explain how I know this, but there is somebody in the City of the Dead that we can seek out that may be able to help us. She's a friend.
All right. Well, I don't have any use for a javelin or a short sword, so I leave it to you two to divvy those up.
I mean, we could just stash them for now and just bring them with us. And
yeah, but in the spur of the moment, you may want to pull it out and try it.
I'll grab the javelin.
All right, then I shall take the short sword.
Pitra says, when you make your exit, go near the south wall, near the Forever Stronghold. There is an exit there.
So do you have any idea where, like how high up we should teleport ourselves? Because I don't know exactly how far below ground we are.
Well, perhaps it might be wiser for us to avoid using our magic as much as possible, because who knows what we may encounter along the way.
Can you use me as an anchor and teleport back to me?
Actually, probably Rothgar can.
I can, yeah, actually. I forgot about that.
How many people can you take using that?
I can take me and 3 other people, but there's a chance of failing. There's about a 20% chance that it will fail.
Because I can dimension door about 500 feet, but I need to sort of specify the number of feet up we're going.
Well, I can go.
I'm limited by the same means.
I can go up, find out where he is, and then come back. I could do it by myself 3 times. But if I do me and 3 other people, then that's the one time. That's it.
But you only need to do 2 others because Pitra is able to take this other individual.
Oh yeah, 2 other people. I could do that once. I could also do that just once per day. But if Theria is up in the air,
I'll catch you, Rothgar. Just grab hold.
I'll just bring out my giant umbrella. Mary Poppins that shit.
And I'll just start levitating before we go, just in case.
Alrighty. So, are we ready to surprise Theria?
Remember, nothing but the evil Bekbar filled this place with cotton candy and happiness, not raw sewage.
Except that I will be the one proof against that.
You slipped.
No, but
I do have a functioning sense of smell.
Yeah. But her intelligence is low. We might be able to pass this off.
Yeah, but my perception is not.
It smells like shit. I wonder why. Can't tell. Can't tell. I don't know.
It goes on a horse.
We'll go with. Oh my God! I think Danville crapped himself. That's believable.
I'd believe that.
So I guess everybody hang on.
Hanging on. I'm going to start levitating.
All right.
I'm ready to grab Theria in case I'm up in the air. Or at least the horse. I hang on to something.
All right, so roll to see if this thing works.
Well, because this one is it's just for me and 2 other people. It's just once a day. It's if there's 3
okay.
other people.
Very good. So, yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
You guys vanish and then appear right over the city next to Theria and her horse and Carl riding on it. I mean, not Carl. Danville. Yep, and he looks surprised. And before you guys vanish, I want you to give me a perception roll.
I see nothing.
22.
6.
Okay. All right. Okay, that message is away to you. And you see that as Rothgar begins this incantation and you vanish.
Well, that's probably not good.
So so you are now above the city. And Theria sees the 3 of you appear next to her.
I grab
in the
either
air?
Theria.
I'm going to try to grab the horse's tail and let it drag me along.
I just calmly flap my wings.
I grab onto whatever's near me that is stationed, that is not falling.
I'll try to grapple Tony with my whip. Of Hrothgar.
All right.
I got a 17.
I'll do my athletics here. What the hell? 13.
Okay. I mean, are you going to resist the whip?
Not if it's. I think it's going to hold me up.
Okay, so yeah, you are now grasped by the whip. So Moonflower, you see this whole thing. You see Theria, who has been flying over the city through the clouds and the mist. It is now daybreak, but there's definitely dark clouds that are still looming over the city, and you see her flying. And then all of a sudden, she appears with Rothgar appears next to her, who she grasps in the whip, and Soul Wrench is flying, and now Sully has grabbed Felaroff's tail and is levitating behind her.
Are they?
You probably want to grab Sully before the horse kicks him in the face.
I can handle it.
Not you, Sully. He's pulling the horse's tail.
So I'm
That's all
up
I'm saying.
on,
He can handle it.
I'll go over and hold Sully's hand.
so I'm up on the parapet. Are they above me, or are they kind of off in the distance? Like how far away do they?
They're
look?
about 20 feet from you. They're headed towards you, though.
Oh, okay, so I don't have to go anywhere. Are there any enemies around me, or is it just am I the living form that's not friendly, or that's friendly?
There are 3 Minotaurs probably 50 feet away from you. Because you're invisible, right?
Yeah, me and the child.
Yeah. There's about 50 Minotaurs, about 50. 3 Minotaurs about 50 feet away from you. And they seem to be headed this way. Below you, however, are a lot of Minotaurs, probably 70 or 80, and they are finishing off what's left of the Gith.
I see. Does it look like the Minotaurs see the rest of the fight?
Let's see. There's 70. That'd be 70 rolls of no. You see?
Does it look like notice them?
Yeah, you see a few have noticed them. They look up.
I see. I'm going to I'm gonna take off invisibility, and I would like to use suggestion and frantically motion to the Minotaurs that they need help down on the battlements.
Okay.
Am I able to communicate with them in a meaningful way?
Yeah.
Or is it just hand gestures?
No, you could speak. Yeah, you don't need to know the language to do a suggestion. So.
Okay. Yeah, I want to do suggestion to suggest them that they better hurry their asses to the bottom.
Okay.
Well, aren't you telepathic? Like, I don't think you even need a language for that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the 3 Minotaurs who are heading towards you, one of them stops them and is like, "We need to get down there." He starts barking at the other 2, and they start heading back in the other direction like they're getting on a ladder to climb back down.
Cool.
So you guys are making your way across. Does a 19 hit you, Soul Wrench?
That is exactly my armor class right now.
Okay. You see a bunch of arrows go by. You take 6 damage, piercing damage from an arrow you're struck with.
Okay.
So there is a group of Minotaurs, about 7 or 8 of them, down below who have spotted you guys and are just barking and pointing up.
All right. Well, if they are already alerted our presence, I'm going to just start blasting them with Eldritch Blast while the others sort of to kind of divert their attention as best I can to get Moonflower.
So we have a situation where Minotaurs are now on the bottom looking up and barking,
Yep.
and then we have the other Minotaurs are now going down the ladder.
Yeah.
Is the ladder tied down? Would we be able to break or push off the ladder? Minotaurs from coming up?
This ladder that is on the inside is pretty much part of the structure. Now there are ladders that lead up on the outer wall on the outside, but they were put up by the Minotaurs for them to get in.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you blast away with Eldritch Blast. You don't need to roll. They take cover. It's kind of a strange sight for them anyway to see because they've been engrossed in this battle. You guys make it to Moonflower, who is on top of this wall, and you guys are all together now.
Hey guys, you look like you could use a hand.
In a bath.
I was staring.
What happened?
Get out of here.
Well, we found the ethereal weapons that were there, and they weren't that impressive.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Did you bring any with you?
There were only 2, and we brought them both. As a short sword and a javelin.
Okay.
And all the rest Bekbar has.
Yes,
Oh, and by the way, did anyone else notice that Carl was asking us to save his life? Probably from that gift woman.
Nope, I did not.
The last thing I saw before we popped up in the middle of the sky there was he was mouthing the words "help me," and then we were gone.
Maybe there's some weird, estranged lovers, and he was just wanting to get out of there. In which case, he'll be fine.
How well do you guys know Pitra?
We just met her the other day when we asked her to show us to the secret underground lair.
Oh, that's right.
We know Carl even less.
Right, but here's the thing about Carl. Carl somehow was alive in with these guards just torturing him in a place where, nothing good can live. I'm wondering if Carl might not be one of the travelers.
Yeah, there's a strong possibility, seeing as there was a temple to him in the Underdark.
Well, this isn't something that we really can't worry about now, given our current situation.
We're fine. We're fine. We had a long rest.
So where are we
Perhaps
headed?
you've forgotten the acid attack.
Oh, I saw that. The whole city was bathed in blue.
Yes, we were pretty much a part of that. Also bathed in acid. Yeah, you missed a pretty good argument. It lasted like half an hour.
Literally.
Well,
It's
it
okay.
seems to me I'm inclined to go towards the south wall and see if we can find Pitra and Carl. But I can also see the argument that we don't really need to go find Pitra and Carl. We just need to move on.
Who's Carl?
He was there was a magic there used to be a magic forge down below that would made the ethereal weapons, and Beckbar destroyed all that. But when we got down there after fighting some sort of frog monster, there was these guards that ate magic items floating around, and they were torturing some soul they had chained up to the wall, and that was turned out to be Carl.
Potentially
So-
the traveler.
I don't know much of these travelers, but from what I've seen, it seems that they're quite powerful. It might be worthwhile to save one, if for no other reason, but that it might expedite our travel to the city of the dead.
The one thing that makes me question whether or not he's a real traveler is the fact that he was chained up and asking for help.
Well, I mean, they got teams out looking to catch travelers. I don't know that they're uncatchable. We've never really tried. But I imagine Beckbar is powerful enough to catch one.
What is this traveler you speak of?
There's some sort of beings, maybe from like a different set of universes. I don't really know where they come from, but they're pretty powerful and mercurial beings that a lot of people have problems with for reasons I don't understand, because they seem perfectly harmless, helpful even.
I th- they almost seem like they're from the Roddenberry universe.
Yes.
Interesting. Can they travel time or distance?
As far as I know, they can travel between planes and realities, but I don't know about time.
If it really was a traveler, I imagine that he wasn't really a prisoner at all, and he wanted to be there.
Unless his magic was somehow incapacitated.
But then that begs the question, if he wanted to be there, and if he was able to get message to Sully for us to help him, perhaps it's part of his plan all along that we would come for whatever purpose the traveler might deem.
I got it.
That begs the question. If we ignore him, then he will come back if he really wants our help and our presence. That he will come back no matter where we go.
That's what I was gonna solve this right now. I just call out over the city. Carl, if you are a traveler and you need our help, zap us there now.
I'm not sure it even works that way. But he's wearing my t-shirt. That's reason enough for me to go after him. I don't really need much of a reason to do things, you see.
Apparently.
So the Minotaurs are making their way up the ladder to come after you guys. If you want to go and check where she talked about the south wall, you'd probably have to go about 200 feet past the ladder.
So can I fly up and use my Eldritch Blast with my Repelling Blast to just knock them off the ladder?
Yes, you
Make them
can.
fall?
Yep, you can do that.
Excellent. Need rolls for that?
No, we'll just say that you're doing that. There's a bunch. I mean, considering how many there are, and you're shooting downhill, it's enough to distract them and keep them from making their way up to where you guys on top of this wall.
Perhaps we should head to the south wall then.
I agree.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's do it.
So you guys are moving on top of the wall, just heading south. You come to a large, after you've passed this large group of Minotaurs who are finishing off the rest of the Gith, you come to an even bigger collection of Minotaurs and Azures, and it's a large crowd with sort of like a, they're on top of kind of like a platform. There appears to be some kind of building that the Minotaurs are coming in and out of. They've ransacked, so they're each, every few seconds there's another Minotaur grabbing some sort of items, walking out of it. But there's a large Minotaur there with a green mohawk, and he looks to have some kind of ceremonial robes or something, and he is addressing the whole crowd, and he says things, and they start to cheer.
Do we hear what language he's speaking, or have any idea?
He is. Let's see. I don't know what Minotaur is speaking. Is there a Minotaurian language? Just grunts. Well, since there are other races there, we'll say it's common, and he is talking about the triumphant victory here at Tugnath and how they have reclaimed the homeland, and this is just the beginning, because just to the south of here, in the marble palace of Rakundral, that is going to fall next, because we are headed that way.
Minotaurs speak Abyssal, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Normally.
But yeah, he's speaking in common, because there are some, looks to be, there's some Azures there, but there are some humans and other humanoid races that are not Minotaurs that are part of this group.
Okay. So, is it safe to assume that the Palace of Rakundral is likely to be the place that this supposed traveler might be kept?
No.
All right. What about this building that they're outside of?
Looking closer at it, you can tell that it was basically the armory, where a lot of the Gith soldiers that used to be here, or were here at some point, occupied.
I forget that. Wasn't there something about Rakundral?
Isn't that where we are?
That's the place.
No, you're in Tugnath.
Oh, wait, that's right.
That's where we're supposed to take the prison.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Deathburn.
Oh, so they're headed to Rakundral next.
Right.
Oh, how lucky us. We could just pretend we're part of their group.
You may have a hard time fitting in.
Or perhaps I can make a suggestion that they take an alternative route to give us some time to get there quicker before they arrive. It depends on how we want to approach and deal with this army if we're going to the same place. What do you think, my brethren? I prefer to keep the child out of harm as much as possible.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan.
Then I'd like to suggest to the preacher, who is currently enthralled with the army, and encourage him that they should take a longer route so that they can have some rest and reevaluate their tactics to make sure that they attack Rakundral full force.
Okay. What's the distance on suggestion?
30 feet.
Yeah.
So how far am I from that?
So basically, in order for you to execute that, you're going to have to go down one of the ladders. You're going to have to get into the crowd and get close to the stage.
I see. That would be fun. But also quite risky. If I could do invisibility to see if I could get through there. But
I could make you invisible.
Okay.
I
Then
also
maybe you wouldn't become visible when you cast a spell.
yeah, a mind flare in their midst might be pretty obvious, especially if it just appears. Yeah, that's a tough one. Well, if we wish to go through with that plan, then we need to think of some better logistics to get down there, so I can get close enough to do it.
Well, I mean, the main thing is like we're just a few. They have a whole army that they have to travel with, so we can beat them easy.
Sure. Wisdom, Hrothgar. I'm not sure how many people tell you that, but I'm telling you that right now.
Pretty sure you may be the first.
I got a wisdom of 12. Thank you very much.
Nonetheless, I'm pretty sure he still may be the first to ever note it.
Perhaps we can leave them as is. If we want to try that tactic, we can always single them out later, and when it's less congested.
Yeah, let's just check the south wall and then run hellbent for letter to Raccoon Draw. Or whatever it's called. Rukon Draw, not Raccoon Draw.
Raccoon. Okay, yeah, you don't. Just inspecting this area, there's no sign of Pitra or Carl.
Well, Carl, hopefully that T-shirt was magical. Pitra. I don't know where to look for you from right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know nothing. Maybe back at Pitra's shop.
Well, so what was it that made us think that they'd be at the southern wall?
She said to head that way.
Oh, that's right. That there would be a door or something. But then, well, do we see a door in the southern wall? Because she mentioned an entryway or something, an exit.
No.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. I never do that.
Okay. What kind of radius is that?
It's
30.
Generally 60 feet in front of you, I thought.
No, it's 30 feet in a circle around you.
Not much of anything, no. Except what the other party members have.
Is there like any hidden? Can I make like a insight or a perception check to see if I can see like a hidden door somewhere, like on the ground?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are we at the southern wall still?
So that would be a 22 for perception.
Yeah, you're pretty confident there. One does not exist.
Okay.
Perhaps it was a bit of misdirection then.
So at this point, the Minotaurs are pulling out a Gith, who is in these black and yellow robes, and he seems to be asking for, he's speaking in Githyanki, but he's begging for mercy, and they're holding his head up, and the Minotaur is now grabbing his two-handed axe, and then he decapitates him, and the crowd cheers, and he kicks the head into the crowd, and the crowd goes wild, and then they start throwing the head around like a beach ball.
At the World Series.
Serves the bastards right.
All right, so The question is, what do we do now?
And then you hear the Minotaur say, "Bring me more."
I think we should. I mean, I'd like to save Carl, but we don't have a lot of time before they move on, and we don't know really where to look for him. So I say,
I bet
we might-
I bet the decapitating guy is gonna bring him out in a minute. Probably captured with a gift.
That's crazy adventurer logic.
I do not know this, Carl, but if he's the time traveler as said, that he will find us one way or another.
Yeah, I'm
I
kind of.
prefer just leave.
Instead of crazy adventurer logic, I prefer to just believe fate will lead us to him. So we might as well head towards Rukon Draw.
Okay. So you can get on one of the ladders that leads to the other side down off this wall that the Minotaurs have put up. So you can find one of those rather easily.
I'm gonna ride my horse.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly up.
Okay.
Fly up and ahead to make sure it's safe for the others who need to climb.
Okay.
I'm gonna push down all the others we don't use.
Okay. So everybody makes it to the other side. You go past the ruins again that were between the outer wall and this wall, and again past statues of minotaurs and goblins. Look like warriors who were just stone statues, like in place. You pass go through the outer wall, which again is just piecemealed and missing, and it looks fairly empty. You go back to your hiding place and find your chest still full of donuts and the throne that you have successfully stashed.
So how fast do we want to move away from this place? Because it's going to take us a while to walk overland to Rukon Draw.
I mean, we should probably just go straight there, right?
Right, but it's going to take us like a couple of days, I think.
It is roughly 90 miles.
So 3 or 4 days.
Well, if walking is our only route, then walking we must do. Unless we can fly faster and can carry us. Or carry.
I forget how long Felor can fly.
I think it's 3 times a day. I think it's basically 3 hours, I think. I'd have to look at my email I sent.
Well, I mean, I can turn into an animal that everybody can ride on.
So you're not going to go underground. You're not going to be a badger.
No, this time nobody can ride the badger. You can follow the tunnel behind you, but we'll be moving really slow. I think I tunnel at like 10 feet. I think that's my speed.
Once we get underway for more than an hour, difficult terrain doesn't slow the group down anymore due to my hunterness.
But I could turn it to like a triceratops that we could all ride for 2 or 3 hours a day.
Well, I'll ride my horse.
I'm good with just flying.
Well, I'll ride the Triceratops.
I'm enjoying these new fleshy wings.
Like, forget that. I'll probably just turn it to a giant ape and carry the throne. Move just as fast.
I'll sit on the throne.
There you go.
Okay, so yeah, it's daylight. You guys make your way south, headed towards Rukon Draw. Across sort of this desert with a little bit of scrub here and there. You don't encounter anything for the first day. It is fairly empty. So you are camping, I would say, at that evening. What's the order of sleep?
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I'll grab second.
I can take third watch.
Okay. So Everybody on watch, give me a D12 roll.
Got 11.
4.
12.
Okay, very good. So, Kurt and Lincoln, go ahead and roll a D20.
I got 14.
3.
All right. Who rolled 14?
I did.
Okay. Can you re-roll for me, please?
10.
Sully, you're on the first watch. It is evening. And you hear the flapping of wings.
So, are we camping out in the open, or did we try to find cover?
I mean, I figured you'd try to find cover, but it may be difficult out here in the desert, but you could probably find some kind of rock formation that you can take cover in.
So I'm going to start shaking people.
What is it?
Wings. Can hear wings.
All right. Well, I'm not asleep. I was just meditating.
I have dark vision, 120 feet of dark vision. Do I see anything in the air with wings flapping around?
This site looks familiar. It looks like the winged creature and some kind of rider that was the second one that approached the city that set off the blue firework.
Do I see this as well?
Yes.
I suggest we hide.
All right, so yeah, I relay that to the group. This is the guy who dumped acid on the city earlier.
All right, well, you get no argument from me. We're not equipped to handle this thing just coming straight at us.
Yeah. I don't want to deal with no high-intensity acid like he threw on the city.
I concur.
All right, so everybody give me a stealth roll.
I'm
Can
so
good at this? Pass without a trace?
You sure can.
All right, everybody gets +10 to their stealth roll.
That's super helpful, actually.
I got
All
26.
Right.
Hey, all right.
We got 32.
19.
28.
As the creature, he descends lower. He was pretty high in the air, but he's descended lower. He gets closer to the group, but he does not get any lower than about 30 feet. And as it gets closer, Theria, your senses go up because you sense the undead. This is a wyvern, and you feel that this wyvern is undead.
Is there a thing on its back, or is it?
There is a rider, and as it gets closer, you can tell that this is an ogre.
So this is an ogre flying on an undead wyvern.
Yeah.
And I want to kill it.
And you can smell you. Now, granted, the rest of the group really smells bad, but this wyvern definitely has a certain air about it, and little tiny pieces of its decaying flesh kind of fall to the ground and land near you. And it seems to come down to take a closer look and then just continues to fly. It ascends again and flies away. It's going east.
Are the things that fall off of it, do they turn into bugs?
No.
Are we also heading east?
You guys are going south.
Oh.
You guys are headed southeast. This guy was going directly east.
Well, I'd love to kill that thing, but I'll put aside my my issues for the moment.
So I'm wondering how the hell a wyvern and an ogre threw acid on a whole city.
It's a simple
Not
matter
really.
of weight ratios.
It's not really their forte, though.
So wait a minute, we're headed to Raccoon Draw from Tugnath.
Yes,
All right, so we're going southwest, and this thing was heading east.
southeast.
So
I think you got the map flipped. It's southeast. Rukon Draw from Tugnath.
oh,
Do we know of any? What's the major cities or kind of points of interest that are due east of our position?
Well,
Are there any?
we have like a tourist map So due east from Tugnath, there's Gorgonhorn Eternal. I don't know what that is, but it's there. Southeast is Rukondrall.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys, who was next on watch? It was
Me.
Okay.
I forgot to say, by the way, as I was waking you up, anybody with dark vision might have noticed, like, my mouth just, like, covered in, like, donut crumbs. Chest is open.
Feeling full.
Okay. Let's see. So Soul Wrench, the evening, your shift passes with nothing eventful.
Okay.
And then next was Theria.
Yeah, I was third.
Okay. As you're there meditating on watch, you can hear a slithering noise. In fact, two slithering noises approaching, and then you can hear faint footsteps.
From which direction?
It is coming. It's coming from the south towards your position.
And do I have any guess as to how far away they are?
They are probably 60 feet away.
All right, I'm gonna wake the group up.
Let me know when you're up, right?
Quietly.
I browse. I look in the direction. And I got 120 feet of dark vision. Do I see any more detail?
Yeah, I also have 120 foot.
Okay, yeah, you can see two snake-like creatures coming towards you and a humanoid figure that looks a lot like Danville.
Wait, isn't Danville with us?
Yeah, he's there. He's sleeping right now.
So there's another creature that looks like Danville and two snakes, you said?
Yep.
And they're headed our direction?
Yep.
So I say we all quietly pick up and move around the rock and leave Danville here and let him get found.
I prefer to avoid a situation where we have two Danvilles pretending to be real Danville, and we have to decide which one to kill.
That's not difficult. Just to be safe, kill them both.
Are the snakes and the Danville traveling together?
Yes.
Like, are the snakes in front of him, or?
Danville is in the middle, and the two snakes on either side.
Okay, and we're in woods right now.
You're
Or
in
the
like
plain?
you're in a desert. There was some scrub and there's some rocks around.
Okay. I'm gonna try to flank them a little bit.
Okay.
Stealth to the 14.
Okay. All right. What's the rest of y'all doing?
Can I make any kind of check to see if these snake creatures are familiar to me, or some kind of insight into what might be happening?
Yeah, you can make an insight.
All right. I know nothing.
I see nothing. I know nothing.
So I'm gonna move around the rock and put myself in position to blast them.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of go off the opposite side that Theria went and stealth and flank them from the other side and kind of surprise them when they come out.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide inside whatever shelter we're in and kick myself because I probably should have created a better shelter with Wall of Stone.
Yeah, I'll kind of duck into a bush or something like that and just see what they do whenever they find Danville.
Okay. So Danville's just laying out there sleeping.
Yeah, we're not waking him up.
Okay.
You should just call whatever NPCs are with us bait.
So the group makes their way to your camp. They spot Danville sleeping. The other Danville stops in his tracks and just kind of looks, and he runs over and taps him. And Danville wakes up and is like, "Huh, what's going on?" And then the one who woke him up said, "Who the hell are you?" And the other one says, "I'm Danville." He says, "No, I'm Danville." And he raises his scimitar and attacks the sleeping Danville, who is now awake. So they are now fighting.
All right, I'm gonna.
What are these snake creatures doing?
They're watching.
I'm gonna attack one of the snakes.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
First, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark,
All right.
and then I'm gonna attack. 26,
Yep.
which is 19 fire damage. Is the other one within 5 feet of it?
Yes.
All right, then I'm gonna hit that one. My Horde Breaker. 28.
Yep.
So damage is 13. And then with my second attack, I'm going to attack the first one again.
Okay.
29. And I'm going to 15 fire damage.
Okay. So they yell out, and they now have your attention. So let's roll initiative.
Ooh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's an. I have a negative 10. This is my initiative.
I rolled a natural 20 on mine, so.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Always ready to fight or drink.
That's right.
All right, Rothgar, you're up. Moonflower's on deck. You see I take it was the firebow, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, lit up these two snakes, and you see two Danvilles fighting.
So you attacked the two snakes, okay?
Yeah.
How did the one, or how do both Danvilles, I guess, react?
They're too busy fighting each other.
Oh, okay. Now, so for me, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm envisioning like a.
One of the Danville that approached had a scimitar, and he's attacking him, and the other Danville is trying to fend him off without a shield.
Okay. And the snakes, you said they were just watching before, right?
Yeah.
How about, what do they look like now that they've been struck?
They are ready for action now.
Oh, okay. Well, if they want action, I'll give them action. I'll run up to one and attack it. The one that whatever's close to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably gonna hit. 27 to hit.
Yeah, you need a 15.
Okay, yeah. I get to reroll ones and twos. There we go. So that is 12 slashing damage.
Okay.
And I do it again. 24 to hit, 15 slashing.
And you lay into him. All right, Moonflower, you have seen Rothgar attack one of the snakes, and you've seen Theria blast both of them.
All right. I'm going to hit a psychic strike.
Okay.
From where I'm at. So that is.
Okay, which one?
The one closest to me.
Okay, so that's probably the one Rothgar is on.
Is he?
Okay.
Is Rock? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
4d6. It's bugging out on me. None of my dice are showing up. to roll these things manually. 4, 4, 2, 4. So
14.
Oh, there. You just got all the dice.
They all showed up at once. So you see the snake creature wince in pain. Soul Wrench, you're up then, Theria.
All right. So, quick question: if I were to use Volshovath in his whip form, could I attempt to disarm the scimitar-wielding Danville?
Yep.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll move close enough to do that, but with my main action, I'm going to do Eldritch Blast against one against each of these snake things, and then use my bonus action with Volshovath.
Okay.
So first Eldritch Blast, that's a miss. Second one is also a miss. And then my attempt to disarm the anvil. So would that be an attack roll, or is that a opposed check, or is it both? How do you want to do it?
How do y'all do it? Is it attack roll?
For what? What are you trying to do again?
Disarm?
There's like an optional rule in the DMG, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I've not looked at that one.
All right, here I got it.
Okay.
So the disarm rules are that it's a attacker makes an attack roll contested by the target's strength check or dexterity check, athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
The attacker has disadvantage on its attack roll if the target is holding an item in 2 or more hands.
Nope.
All right. So then my attack roll is +9, I believe. Yep. 20.
Okay. Yeah. You unleash Volshovath. It reaches out and nails the scimitar, and it flies from his hands. It goes into the sand. He is now disarmed.
All right. So Soul Wrench wildly throws bolts of fire at the snakes, misses, but is able to redeem himself by at least saving one of the Danvilles for now.
Okay. Let's see. Theria is up.
All right, I'm gonna keep pounding away on the snake. Yes,
what she said.
I meant to say that. First one's a hit. Damage is 16. Then I'm gonna roll. The other one's still within 5 feet of it.
Yep.
All right, that's also a hit. Damage is 11. And then I'm going to hit the first one again with my second attack. 16. You said a 15 is a hit, right?
Yep.
All right, so the third one's a hit. And the damage is 19.
All right. Yeah, putting a hurting on these guys.
Dude, this guy has got a ton of... This is just a snake? Or it's like a snake human?
Yeah, like a snake, like a huge snake, yeah. Humanoid-looking snake creature.
I have nailed this guy.
That's what she said.
Indeed.
Okay, Rothgar, give me a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we all know how good I am at those. A 4.
Okay. You suddenly have the urge to turn around and run away.
Okay. I have the urge, but the real question is, do I act upon that urge?
I think you do at this point.
Rothgar seems
impulse
entirely
control.
driven by his urges.
I really need to work on my impulse control.
Okay. Let's see. 15. Does that hit you, Moonflower?
12. So that should hit. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You take 6 damage, 6 piercing damage, plus 7 poison damage as the snake bites you. The other snake is going to come after you, Theria.
Bring it.
All right. With the scimitar attack. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. We got, wow, that's impressive. I rolled 2 natural ones.
Nice.
Let's see, 15 misses. So let's see what this guy does. That's 2
No matter
critical.
what happens, I'm going to laugh.
Okay. It attempts to attack you. It takes its scimitar, swipes and misses. It attacks again, and it flies out of its hand and strikes the other snake creature.
Nice.
And it does 7 slashing damage to it. All right. The 2 Danvilles are now fighting, rolling around on the ground. Something about you're a fraud or something. I don't know. Sully, you're up.
So can I make an insight check to try to determine if there's anything fake about either of these Danvilles?
Yeah, you can make an insight check.
16.
They seem pretty legit to you. The one who showed up attacking, he has a different demeanor, though.
Okay. I'm going to sneak out from where I am and get within 30 feet of the snakes.
Uh-huh.
Essentially in a nightshirt and a shield because I'm asleep. And I'm gonna twin Light of Molask targeting both snakes.
Okay.
So both of them have to make a DC 18 con save.
Let's see. DC 18. Boy, the ones are rolling tonight. That's another one. Holy shit. They both failed miserably.
They both take 47 points of radiant damage.
Boom.
Okay. One of the snakes is just gone. There's just snake. There's a little bit of skin and dust. It's just vaporized. The other one is barely standing. It is kind of slumped to the side and huge gashes in it, huge burns. It doesn't look like it's going to make it. Rothgar, roll to save to see if you return or you keep running.
Okay. Let's see. 13.
Yeah, you're running pretty good.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my Indomitable since I haven't yet today.
Okay.
Give myself one more shot. Nope.
Okay. You're making good time.
Yep, sure am.
All right, Moonflower, you're up. You are
So the
current-
snake,
Yeah,
the
you're
snake is
currently
right.
poisoned. Yeah, the
Is that-
one that's the one that struck you is right there, just about dead.
All right. Does poison does that give me disadvantage, or does that just hurt forward?
I've got Mike's cheat sheet here somewhere. Where is it? Poisoned. Damn it. Okay, so apparently it's on the X.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Ah!
All right. Oh,
Disadvantage on attack rolls and abilities checks. I'm just doing that because I'll just edit your part out, so I got it right. Okay.
I'm pretty pissed at this thing that bit me and poisoned me, so I'm going to strike it with my tentacles and just try to grapple it and kill it.
Okay.
So 12 or 19 and
Yep.
16.
It's dead. It didn't take much. It had 1 hit point.
I'm going to eat it.
Okay.
They should both be fairly well cooked at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm going to run out there with that magic wand, by the way, and try to absorb their souls and recharge this thing.
Okay. Yeah. You get 2 back. The 2 Danvils are still fighting. Rothgar, you have stopped in your tracks, and you're like, "Why am I running out here in the middle of the desert? I'm not Forrest Gump."
Quick question.
I go back.
After eating the snake, knowledge about the Danville, the mysterious newcomer Danville?
Yeah, give me a roll for that. We'll call it wisdom. Just add your wisdom modifier.
All right. 14 plus 3, 17.
Okay. You gather that these 1T snakes work for the Rakshasas who patrol the demon wastelands out here and raid travelers, and that this person they call Danville was left there by some adventurers at some point, and he has become one of their better warriors. He goes out on a lot of raids with them.
I see.
Okay. Meanwhile, Soul Wrench is going up to the 2 Danvils and basically pulling them apart like a giant golem pulling apart ragdolls.
Okay. One Danville swings at you and misses as you attempt to grab him.
Okay.
Can I grapple the new Danville with my whip?
Yeah.
All right, so how do we do that? Do I have to attack him first and then do the grapple, or do I just go straight to the grapple? I think we've been doing it where I have to hit him first with the whip.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that then.
29. That's got to be a hit.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm going to use my acrobatics. 15? That's what he's going to beat.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to strike him, but unable to grapple him. He escapes.
Okay.
And he sees that the 2 snakes have been killed, and he is sort of by himself at this point.
So I yell at him to stand down and tell us who the hell he is.
He says, "I'm Danville." And he points to the other Danville. "That's the imposter. Kill him."
Can you prove it?
Can I prove it? He's the imposter. I've been here the whole time.
Where did we get this Danville from? How long has he
The
been with us?
Mindscape?
He's really dreamed Danville from the bar in the Mindscape.
Oh, he made it out of the Mindscape with us.
Yep. So did the baby, who might only be Dream Deathbringer. Real Deathbringer is like, those assholes read that scroll days ago. Where are they?
All right. I asked the fake, or the. I asked the Danville that was traveling with us if he's left-handed or right-handed.
Danville says, "Well, right-handed. Why?"
All right. Then I take his left hand and cut off his pinky. Does it turn into a bug?
He screams as the blood comes out. He's like, "Why'd you do that, Theria?"
Did it turn
We
into a
spent
bug?
all those 8 hours riding on that horse. I thought I knew you better.
Is it still a finger or is it a bug?
No, it still looks like a finger.
All right. Does anybody have a healing spell?
Not to reattach a finger.
Can I use mending?
And then the other Danville says, "Go ahead, finish him off."
All right. Can I do the same thing to the new Danville?
Okay.
What do you want me to roll?
You have to roll an attack. He's not going to let you grab his hand.
I got a crit.
Well, okay. Yeah, you reach out and grab his hand before he can tell. You're going to grab his left hand?
Yeah.
And do the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
And lop off his finger, and he's like, "You son of a bitch!" And his finger hits the ground next to the other finger, and now he's bleeding.
And they're both fingers.
Yep.
All right. I don't have any other ideas.
You just wanted to cut off their fingers.
I'm out of ideas, guys.
I'm pretty sure if I ever run into my own duplicate, we'll both be happy to just let you guys leave us both alive. Like, we'll stop fighting immediately and become best friends just to avoid that shit.
Solrunch asks Sully to see if there's any magical auras about either one of these Danvilles.
All right, I will cast Detect Magic.
So that will detect if they have any magic items and shit like that?
It will detect any magical auras around them, and if I concentrate, it'll tell me the schools.
Okay. The Danville that just showed that you cut the finger off the second one has definitely a magic aura around him.
What's the school?
Necromancy.
Moonflower, can you read this guy's mind?
So just to be clear, this is the one that arrived with the snakes?
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, mind reading part of my skill sets. I can tell them. I can't read their minds. However, I vote that we kill the magical one.
Yeah, I'll share. Well, this one's radiating necromantic magic, which I never bothered to check. Maybe the real Danville did too, but it's unlikely.
Well, Solwrench says, "Hold on. Before we take his life, let me try something." So Solwrench goes up to the Danville that's radiating the necromantic energy, and then his hand starts to glow a bluish light, and then as he touches him, he casts Dispel Magic, raised to a 5th level spell. So if any spell effects that would be equivalent to 5th level or lower are dispelled. Otherwise, I can make a check.
Okay. Yeah. So Sully, you would know if something was not radiating anymore because that lasts for however long.
Yeah, I forget how long it lasts, but it's
okay. No,
that's a while.
Okay. Yeah, he is not radiating necromancy magic anymore. It's gone.
And he's still alive?
Yeah, and in pain.
Danville.
Yeah, he looks the same.
So did anybody cast any spells on you recently?
What? Spells? No.
So why were you radiating magic until our friend here dispelled it?
And he reaches in and pulls out a necklace out of his shirt. He's why this damn thing that the Rakshasas gave me.
What does that do?
That gives me powers.
Not anymore.
Yeah, no shit. Are you guys going to hurry up and kill this other Danville?
Well, other Danville's been traveling with us for a while. We've been on many adventures with Danville.
Yeah, check his notebook.
Yeah, you've been on many adventures with me. Till you left me with the damn Rakshasas.
No, we've been on adventures. We've been on adventures with Danville through Tugnath and through the far north.
Wait, so do we think that this? Oh, there's a weird echo.
Yeah.
Do we think that this second Danville is the original Danville?
That's what I think.
I mean, we did leave him with Mantro.
So
there's probably
as long as
a statue of
fight each
Mantro
other,
too.
as long as they're not going to fight each other, why would we kill either one? Why wouldn't we just go with both of them?
I'll ask the first one. Where did we first meet? The one that we've been traveling with.
We met at some bar.
Yeah, that's not him.
But he's still useful.
Is he? I mean, as bait, I guess.
Yeah, I'm with Daria. I don't see any reason to kill either of them. We should just let this Mantro go off and serve his Rakshasa masters. Move along.
So Sol Wrench turns to the new Danville and asks, "So what happened to Mantro? Is he still a statue?"
Yeah, the Rakshasa keep him as a statue. I got to clean that damn thing every day. Why do you think I go out on raiding parties all the time? It's one of their prized possessions.
Well, good to know Mantro's being well cared for.
Prized only by Theria. Her long lost love. Yeah, I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys what you want to do with these guys. I want to go back to sleep.
So I'm gonna to the original now Rakshasa serving Danville. Look, we're not gonna kill Danville's been traveling with us, but we're not gonna kill you either. You have a choice. Do you want to go back to the Rakshasas and continue to serve them, since you seem to have it pretty sweet?
No,
with your snake guards.
No, not anymore. Not since you dispelled and he pulls out the necklace. I can't explain that. And then these two have been killed. And now I lost a finger? I mean, what the hell?
Well, yeah. You're going to have lost a finger no matter what happens here. But you can travel with us, but you gotta leave other Danville alone.
Yeah, well, you keep that other Danville a good distance away. I'm going to kick his ass.
You gotta promise you're not going to hurt other Danville, or else we're leaving you here. You can decide which way you're traveling on your own.
Fine.
Are they dressed the same?
Not really, no.
Okay.
So was this scimitar magical?
No.
Okay.
So how the hell do we pull this other Danville out of the mindscape?
He just followed us and was there.
We have a whole chest full of Dreamscape donuts too. It all came with us out of the Dreamscape.
Sure enough.
I'm gonna go get his scimitar from the sand and hand it specifically to his left hand.
Dude, we just pulled a Tron.
Like, I'm not amused.
I'll cast Twin Cure Light Wounds on them, but it's not going to reattach their fingers.
Cauterizes.
Essentially, it just cauterizes, yeah. They both get back 11.
Trying to decide if I should go full Travis Bickle or not.
The Danville who you met at the Mindscape appreciates you healing his hand. He's like, and he pulls his manuscript journal thing out. He's like, I might have to take this down. And then the other Danville looks at him and says, oh, I'm going to take this down too. And he pulls out his manuscript.
Angrily writing at each other.
I'd like to can we take a look at both of your manuscripts and compare notes? I asked politely before getting angry.
Maybe at some point. Yes, at some point in time we can do that. Probably not right now.
Okay. I look forward to that then. Then we can settle this once and for all who the real Danville is.
Well, it's obvious.
Yeah, we got that we're pretty sure we know which one's the real one.
Okay. And they both turn away from each other and get their books out and start writing. The rest of the evening goes fairly quiet.
Just hearing the scribbles of pens.
Yes. Yeah. So you've all gotten your group together, and you are now headed back out.
I'm just assuming I'm using up my 4th level spells to get 3 hours of magical monkey movement every day.
I need to get some spells put back into my spell story.
Which ones did you want?
Actually, I might have a good one to give you.
Helpful ones. Shield is a good one. Shield is always nice, giving me +5 to my AC.
That one's easy. I can give you that one.
I've got 5 levels worth I can put in here. So
5 spells or 5 levels?
5 levels worth
of spells.
Okay.
So it could be a combination, and like be a 3rd level and a 2nd level, or like a 5 first levels.
I've got Absorb Elements, which is a 1st level spell if you're interested.
What's that one do?
Basically, any elemental attack, you become resistant to that attack. It's a reaction, and then you add 1d6 of that type of element to your next melee attack.
It's basically like shield, but more for breath weapons and fireballs.
Right.
So let's take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll come back if you guys are cool with that.
Okay.
All right.
Wisdom, Hrothgar. I'm not sure how many people tell you that, but I'm telling you that right now.
Pretty sure you may be the first.